Today I've got 7 packs of the Heatwave Arena set that is out in Japan at the minute. Not yet quite in English, it's not due in the country until late May, I believe. I also have a bonus pack as well as some singles towards the end that also includes a secret art rare, so make sure you stay tuned right to the very end for that. Now these packs, they only have 5 cards in them, and we're looking for Ethan's Ho-Oh. I've never opened a Japanese pack. This is pretty cool for me to be doing, and let's just see what we get in the first pack. I don't think there is a card trick. I'll put that to one side and we're just going to flip and take a look. Now a lot of these are going to have a potential character alongside, like a trainer alongside the Pokemon. So let's just take a look at what we get. So the Feebas there, and that is Cynthia's. And then underneath that, we end up with a rare Crustal. And behind that, we end up with, I can't even remember that one's name, so we'll move on. So Electrike will go in there at 309, and that is, of course, a new addition. Feebas is going to go in at 349. I'm actually glad that that's going to get a spot in the binder for a little while, being that it is Cynthia's as well. Mudsdale will go in at 750, which is another new addition again alongside its pre-evolution. Dweeble is going to go in at 557, and then its evolution as well is going to go alongside it, Crustal. And then we end up with a 2-in-1 in the same pack. That's an awesome result. Second pack then, let's grab it from down here. Again, we really want Ethan's Ho-Oh. That's the one that's got a lot of value to it. Otherwise, I'd be happy with Misty's Lapras. That is also a very beautiful card. Let's take a look then. Now, a lot of these I don't actually know the names of just yet. Obviously, we've got Misty's Magikarp, Sudowoodo, Rapidash, an uncommon, and that's it. Maybe I missed one in there. Let's take a look. Nope, that's it. That's all of them. So up first, we've got Misty's Magikarp, and they're technically both commons, but I'd rather have the Misty's variation. So I'm going to slide out the old one, and we're going to slide in the new one on top of it. On top of its Pokedex entry insert there as well. Now Rapidash, I'm going to have to make a decision on, because this one is uncommon, that one we've just packed, and so is the one that's already in there. But the artwork for the one that's already in there would be my preferred one. But you can let me know in the comments down below, which Rapidash would you add, the new one or keep the old one? Let me know in the comments. And Ethan's Sudowoodo will be a new addition at 185. Third pack then. I think because they've only got 5 in them, it throws me off a little bit as to how many are in the set. Usually a lot of the cards that we get have got somewhere between, sort of, they're usually about 10, aren't they? Let's flip and have a look. Sudowoodo again, Slugma. We then get into the Diplin. We've got a Zorora, and then it's Misty's Starmie. That's a pretty cool card. So Misty's Starmie is going to go in as a new addition at 121. Ethan's Slugma will go in as a new addition at 218. And one for the back page, we've got Diplin going in at 1011. And then the final one from that pack is Zorora, and I've already got it, and this is the 3rd version of this card that I've got. They're both equally rares, so I'm just going to swap out the one that I've packed 3 times now, and I'm kind of sick of seeing, and I'm going to upgrade it. Well, not upgrade it, I'm just going to swap it for the new version as well. As you can see, that one is equally a rare. They tend to have letters on them rather than the symbols that we have typically for rarities. Let's go from left to right then. Let's grab this one for the 4th pack. Oh, lovely. We've got a Cyndaquil, and that is Ethan's Cyndaquil. Electabuzz. Not sure what that is. And then we end up with Cynthia's Spiritomb. And we added Mudbray's evolution in the previous pack. So rather than just keep the English version, I'm going to swap that one out, and we will slide in the version from the same set, just so it's a little bit sort of organized and marries up a little bit. Ethan's Cyndaquil will go in at 155. And Spiritomb, you will go in as a new addition at 442. And a 5th pack. Electrike. Oh, we have a, I'm not sure if that's rare, but we have a Yan Mega EX. That is a lovely card. And the Toad Scroll. Whose is that? Oh, that is Arvin's Toad Scroll. Very nice. And that, look at the sort of colors and all the reflection in that EX. Very pretty. So we've got Manectric going in at 310 alongside its pre-evolution that we've also added in the same episode. So they are equally then from the same set. We then have the Toad Scroll and the Toad School. And we already have both of those, but I'm going to swap out both of them. This one, by the way, look how similar the artworks are for these. Because I like the fact that they're Arvin's, we're going to go ahead and keep the new ones. So we're going to slide out the previous ones and pop them in as, we'll call them upgrades for this one. They're pretty similar, well they are in terms of rarity, they're exactly the same, but I want to go ahead and keep both of them because of their little badges in the corners there, which is pretty cool. It's a bit of a throwback for me to some of the old school sets that we used to have in the early 2000s. So that's all nice and tidy, and we end up with 2 more upgrades. And the Yan Mega will go in at 469 as a new addition. Let's go for this one then, second to last pack. And we have got the bonus pack as well as the singles to take a look at in a second. Let's flip it over. From the game, I can't remember which game it was. Now, was it Sword and Shield? This whole storyline with his Mastiff is it's a lot of PTSD almost, but he gets better. It's all good. Ah, awesome. We end up with an art rare Crustal. That is fantastic. What a great result that is. And then we also end up with Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. Very nice, but that is an awesome result. Look how beautiful that is. That's a really cool artwork. So going in at 942, we have Arvin's Mastiff. I know this is pre-evolution compared to the game, but it's still that little bit of PTSD. We then have a new addition for Ogerpon at 1017. I always try to do my best to line up these cards now above the inserts behind. And then at 558, we have the art rare, which is going to go in and upgrade one of the cards that we actually had from today's opening. So we're going to move that one out of the way and upgrade it already in the same episode with a new art rare. That's a beautiful card. And then typically what I do with these is I put it in my dupes binder. Last pack, can we get another art rare or even a secret art rare, something cool to wrap up before we get into the bonus content? Let's take it. Now I think actually there might be a trick where it's 1 to the back, so let's take a look. Let's move it across. So that's the Hearthflame Mask Ogerpon. Beezil, is it? Ponyta, oh that artwork is awesome. Electrike, and an uncommon, sad times. So Ponyta is going to go in at number 77 alongside its evolution. And then the only other card that I considered was the Buizel, I believe it is a Buizel, and it's a common for a common. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep the common that's already there. So just the one entry from that final pack of Heatwave Arena. And then the bonus pack is this one here, which is Mask of Change. This was actually just a free giveaway that I won while I was buying those packs that you saw just a second ago. I typically get a lot of the packs that I've opened from Whatnot, so occasionally you'll end up with a lovely little giveaway win in there as well. So let's take a look. I have no idea what cards we've got in this set. Let's just see if we can get a lovely little art rare. Oh, that Poliwhirl is awesome. Rivaroom, and then an uncommon. So going in at number 60 is the Poliwag, and if you take a look at this, it's not only a vertical, but it's also a horizontal. Bingo! And then going in at 314, we have Illumise, I believe it is, Illumise. I've never said that before, so anyway, we have it alongside its partner in crime. And Rillaboom will go in at 812. So I'm trying to keep the light off there for you. 812 as a new addition. So we've also got a bunch of singles. Now this pack is the more interesting, but let's just take a look and flip these. These were just a few freebies that were chucked in. We will see if they are new additions to the Pokedex Binder. So we'll move them out of the way for a second. And then in here, we end up with a few cards that I've purposely bid on, as well as a buyer's giveaway that I equally won again while buying those packs. So if I start at the back, I've no idea what order they are. So we've got the art rare of Nacli, I believe, and that is just an upgrade to the binder. I wanted to make sure we get a nice artwork for that. The next card is, this is the secret art rare that I won as a buyer's giveaway. And this is Ting Lu, and that's from one of the latter generations of Pokemon. And it's a secret art rare. So it's got a boatload of texture in there. Look at that. And it is actual texture on it as well. You can feel it, and the artwork is really cool. Again, that was free as a buyer's giveaway. Again, a lot of sort of sellers on Whatnot will do buyer's giveaways for people that have purchased something within the duration of the stream. And then the second to last card that we've got here is Gothorita, and again, a really pretty art rare. I love an art rare, and it's just going to be either an upgrade or an addition to the binder that we've already got. And then let's take a look at the final card. It is an Amarogue EX secret rare. Awesome card. Again, just really nice artwork. I only buy the ones that just grab my attention visually. You've got that kind of like spiral sort of diamond shape going on inside there as well. But anyway, let's go ahead and see which ones are additions and upgrades. So going in at 37 out of these kind of freebies that I got is number 37, which is Vulpix. Bob Ross himself, Smeargle, is going to go in at 235. Harlucha will go in at 701 as a new addition. Amarogue at 936 gets that lovely new upgrade. So I'm going to go ahead and just slide out the uncommon as best as I can with one hand. And then we're going to slide in the new EX there as well. And at 575, we have an upgrade to Gothorita. We're going to be sliding out the uncommon and putting in the art rare alongside it, and then making sure we line up those inserts as best we can in behind. Lovely little upgrade. And at 1003, we have the Ting Lu. We're going to be swapping out this rare reverse holo, and we're going to be sliding in the secret art rare. I think that could, well, maybe it's not one of the biggest, but it's one of the nicest upgrades to a secret art rare. And a new addition to 932 to Nacli will be the art rare here, and that actually completes the evolution line as well. So that is all of the packs opened and all the singles. I hope you enjoyed that content. One thing I also need to point out before we take a look at the data sheet of our new entries is actually the upgrade to the Pokedex Binder that I made. You'll have been able to see throughout the whole of this episode all of the paper inserts. On Etsy, for example, you can go ahead and find placeholders for cards that you might be missing. You print them off, cut them out, and then add them to your binder. It took forever to cut them. It took twice as long to insert them into the binder, but I think it looks brilliant and I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really polished now to have those in there, but let me know what you thought. Anyway, let's take a look at the data. Of course, I've upgraded or updated the data sheet with all of the new additions on this left-hand side. By the way, there will be a link in the description down below to a template of this exact same sheet as well. So if you are doing a national dex, or you want to go ahead and just make a copy of it and make changes, you can download all of this with all the columns and the grids already done. So that's something for you to do if you want to. But we have then the update. Of course, with an entry sort of episode like this, you end up with quite a lot more here, and then hopefully over time it will just spread out as we go. Now with the actual paper entries that I added in, I realized I had forms of Pokemon that I didn't actually want or need, part of the goal anyway. So they've now been taken out. For example, like Blood Moon Ursaluna, that's now gone for just regular Ursaluna. I want all the regular forms to sort of start with, and then maybe we'll do some side projects further down the road, but for now it's gone. So with a few being taken out, plus today's entries, we actually end the episode here at 333 out of 1,025. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It took a little bit of investment from me to make this episode today. Those packs are pretty sought after and financially maybe a little bit inflated at the minute. So if you can help me by dropping a like on the video, dropping a comment, you can even check out my Patreon as well if you want to support the challenge that I'm at the minute. You can check out my Patreon, it's linked in the description down below. Enjoy the rest of your day and I'll see you in the next one.